In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what you need to teach with VIPKID. So, in order to get started, before you can do anything else, when you go to apply, there are some things that you need in order to become a teacher. So you need to have a bachelor's degree. It can be in any study. And you need to have at least 1 year's teaching experience. Now, the teaching experience could be in daycare, it could be babysitting, it could be coaching, it could be a variety of ways of teaching, tutoring, brick and mortar teachers. It's kind of a wide variety. They just want you to have teaching experience with children, okay? And you have to do a background check, so you have to be accepted in that way too. But overall, it's pretty easy to become a teacher. You do not need to have a teaching license. However, you do need to be certified with the TESOL. And if you're not sure what the TESOL is, I can definitely link something below for you. But also VIPKID, when you sign up with them, will offer you a certification program with them for the TESOL. You can also do an outside program, which is what I'll link, and I think they're like $19, and then you can be certified on your own. My certification is with VIPKID because when I started, I didn't need to have that right away, but now they want you to have it right away. But like I said, they will provide it for you for free. You can have it through them, but I don't think you can take that otherwhere. I don't think you can take that anywhere else. So if you do your own program on the side, like you can use it for other programs. Okay, so you also need to, so those are the two things you need to even to apply to VIPKID. So I want you to know those things before you go apply and say, I don't have a bachelor's degree. I don't want you to get disappointed. So you have to have a bachelor's degree in order to sign up that way. You also need a laptop or an iPad or a PC. Unfortunately, Chromebooks do not collaborate with our software right now. I've heard a lot of people have problems with that. It's just not compatible. But if you have like a MacBook or an iPad or any other kind of laptop, you're fine to go ahead and download the software and apply for VIPKID. They have an app and they also have a website. So if you're on an iPad, you want to download the app in order to be able to teach on that. The platform itself, I have a lot of questions, it's almost like a Skype mode. So when you're in the classroom, there's a camera spot for the child and there's a camera spot for you. And with VIPKID, you're teaching one-on-one. So they can see me and I can see them. And unless someone comes in our camera view, I can't see anyone else, which it does happen. I see a lot of siblings. I see a lot of parents. It happens, but on your end, it shouldn't. Anyways, you also need a well-lit area. So for me, I teach in my basement, but I have a ring light. I have all the lights in this room that I possibly could have on because I want to be well seen. You don't want any shadows. You don't want it to be too dark. You want the student to be able to hear you and see you appropriately. So the hearing part, I'll go ahead and jump to that part next, is you need a good pair of headphones. You need headphones that has a microphone so they can hear you. This is the pair that I found that I really like. I wish I actually waited and found the Bluetooth ones, but it's really not that big of a deal. The wire doesn't really get in my way, but I do have a wire that plugs into my laptop. It works for me. I'm not going to get new ones unless these break. I really like these headphones. They work well. So I just put them right on. The student can hear me fine. I like the white because it's nice and bright and cheery and I can see them. You also need a good webcam. So if your laptop comes with a webcam or your iPad, you'll be fine. I thought that my laptop camera was getting kind of shoddy. Like my laptop's a few years old now. So I did upgrade and I bought a Logitech webcam, which I can also link in the description of what I got. It's a fairly cheap one. I think I paid like 20 bucks. But it works well. It does what I need it to do. So I have basic hardware stuff on my end. I just wanted to be able to have a good camera for them to see me. With your iPad, it's just kind of built in, so you don't really have to. I have not attached my webcam to my iPad. The iPad has a better camera than my laptop right now. All right, let's see. For self-care, when I get in the classroom, I made my own VIP Kid t-shirt. I've made some for other teachers too. So if you're interested in that, I can make a t-shirt for you for fairly cheap. I really just customize the shirt to yourself. Like obviously mine's Michelle, but whatever your name is, I can customize that and make it. I can make just a decal for you. I usually charge like $5, and then you can just put it on whatever shirt you want at home. Just iron it on, you're good to go. Or I can make the whole t-shirt for you, which is usually I charge teachers like $10 just so I can get the t-shirt, put the decal on, and I charge like a little bit for my time. So $10 I can make you a t-shirt if you're interested. You don't have to wear an orange t-shirt. You can wear anything that's appropriate for the classroom. VIP Kid does not have a dress code, so you're not really too concerned with that. I've definitely taught many classes with other things on, but for my video today, I really wanted to wear the t-shirt, and I did just teach 3 classes, so I had my t-shirt on for today. It's fun. It's almost like you're going to a job, so you kind of want to dress for that job, but it definitely happens that I don't teach in this all the time. In addition to that, I always like to have a beverage, so I have my water cup with me. I typically only take a sip of water during classes if the student does, or if they're reading to me and I can quickly, then I'll do that. I like to try not to bring any drinks or anything else into the screen. Again, there's not like a formal policy against that. It's just some parents can be very particular and they don't want you very distracted. They don't want you on your cell phone. Now, don't get me wrong. I use my cell phone for rewards and things like that. That's like a whole nother video. But if you're using your phone for appropriate use, it's fine. But I would never get caught like on my phone while a kid is like learning. I would never do that. But self-care, you want to have comfy clothes and you want to have something to drink. I like water because especially if you're teaching a lot of back-to-back classes, your throat can get very dry. So you want to be able to do that. Even if it's just in between classes, get a little sip. I am wearing leggings and socks and I'm super comfy. I always come down here in the comfiest clothes, mostly my PJs, because when you're sitting here, like you're sitting for a little bit, so you don't want to be, I prefer not to be in like jeans or anything that's not comfortable, but that's just me. So you just need some comfy clothes. I also recommend that when you're in the classroom, you want to make sure that your phone is on silent. You don't want it beeping throughout class. I also have an Apple Watch, so I also make sure that that's on silent, so I'm not getting alerts and messages during class. I do not need to be distracted. Okay, but back to what we need for VIP Kid to teach. So props. Some people are over the top with props, and some people are very minimal. I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. It really depends. When you first start, I feel like I know I felt this way, that you feel like you need all this stuff and you need so many props and things to really keep them engaged, and you really don't need to go like crazy over the top. I have a couple of things like right here on my door. Let's see if I can move the camera quickly. I do have all of these things filled with stuff that I like to use, and I also do have a bucket full of props. Again, I'm kind of overloaded, so you don't need this stuff. If you have to have props, if you feel better with props, I recommend a couple of things. I always keep an apple in my box. It is referred to a lot. It's an easy thing for the little ones. If you're teaching A for apple, if you're pretending to eat, apple is just key. I just took this from my daughter's play stuff. They're not missing it. We probably have like 15 other ones. So I always have an apple, a pretend apple. Don't put a real one. That will get gross. I always have a ball. It doesn't matter what color. I just happen to have a yellow ball. Again, I took it from my kids' playroom. But a ball is a very common one. You can do the throw, the catch. You can actually say ball, B for ball, yellow. You can use it for so many different things. So I always recommend having a ball. I also like to have a microphone. Now I just happen to find this around our stuff. People print out paper microphones and then like laminate it and use that. Again, you don't have to have it, but for the little kids, I like to be like, it's time to sing, la la la. And then I point it to them and then they can sing. It's just a little prop to have. It's cute. It's fun. Not necessary. Let's see. I also recently put an American flag in here because some of my older students are learning about traveling. So they have Britain and America and all different things like that. Another thing I have for my prop box, which I'm so excited for, I just got, is the Dino doll. Now, the Dino doll is about $20, I think, if you buy him. I have been using my tokens on VIPKID to earn him for free. You earn tokens by like reading little facts about China or participating in programs that they have, the token programs. And so for me, I didn't want to buy him. I wanted to earn him with tokens, and that's what I did. So I'm excited. He was 1,000 tokens. I started in May with VIPKID, and right now it is January. So I started in May 2019, and right now it's January 2020. And I ordered him in December, so I finally got him. Pretty excited, though. Okay, what else do I have in here? I mean, I just have some basic things. I have a little wand in here. Again, I stole it from my kids. You can't really see that it flashes very well, so I sometimes use it. It's not my most common. Sometimes I got this for, I had a flower curriculum where we talked a lot about it, so I brought this in. This is for my craft room over here. So the important thing to know is you can go through each lesson ahead of time, and if you find that, you know, your lesson is mostly about flowers or throwing or catching, you can find a prop that will go towards that, and just it enhances your lesson. The parents like to see props. The younger ones especially, I think, are more engaged when you bring more things into the classroom, so it's fun for them. I also printed out these like stars that I could have. There's plenty of resources out there for VIPKID teachers for free that you can print stuff and use it in the classroom. So when I go to give my kid a star, I can show it on the screen in a tangible way as well. But props can be minimal. My ultimate prop that I will tell you, the one thing that I would recommend that you have no matter what, is a whiteboard and a marker. The reason why this is the best, most important prop for you to have is because if I don't have a picture of a pig, I can draw a picture of a pig. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a horrible drawer, or an artist, but the kids don't care. If I need to draw a pencil, or if I need to show a pencil, I can draw it. So the whiteboard is the best thing because if I'm teaching A, I can write it. If I'm teaching ball, I can draw it. I can do everything with a marker and a whiteboard, and I don't need to worry about any other props. So that would be highly recommended. Dollar store. Both things you can get at the dollar store. I do have a teacher eraser too that I got at the dollar store, but I mean, you could use a tissue. It's fine. Go minimal. So the reason also that a whiteboard is really important is if you are traveling and teaching, bring the whiteboard and the marker only, and you don't need to bring anything else with you. Because if you're traveling and teaching, you don't want to be lugging around a whole box of props. I mean, it's only a couple of classes that you're doing anyways, so I taught last summer when my family went on vacation. I still had some classes open, and I taught almost every morning on vacation. It was fine. I love this. It's fun for me, so I didn't feel like it was a chore, and I wasn't going to bring all my stuff with me, so I brought my laptop, and I brought my whiteboard and my marker, and that's it. I just brought myself. I don't even know if I brought my orange t-shirt. I just went with it. It was fine, and it was good. So the best part about VIPKID is that you can be very much on the go. You can have minimal things. I mean, I suppose you could even have a paper and pencil and draw that way too. That's totally fine. Now, my background, I have my letters over here, which I believe I got at Target for maybe like the $3 or $5 section. And then my map, I actually got free with a Scholastic order. So I just threw them up behind me so I can have a aesthetically pleasing background. That is something that parents can comment about is your environment. So you just want to make sure that you have some kind of, nice background, or it should be completely plain. You don't want anything to be too busy so they can't see you or focus on you. So again, when I went on vacation, I just picked the guest room that we weren't using, and I had a completely blank wall behind me, and it was fine. There was no comments about it. No one cared. It was fine. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you pick something that is, appropriate or clean in the background for you to travel and teach. So that's it. I mean, I would say those are my most commonly things that you need to teach VIPKID. I just actually wanted to show one other thing. I love this prop so much. This is just a piece of cardstock paper. I attached a Ziploc bag to the back, and I got this little ice cream reward system offline somewhere. I put some Velcro on it, and this morning when I just taught my class, he was allowed to earn ice cream scoops for every time he did a good job. So basic. I could easily travel with this too because everything just goes in the back bag. And yeah, it's wrinkled and it's not like the most aesthetically pleasing thing, but the kids are not like, oh my gosh, your paper's wrinkled. No one cares. Yeah, so that is my video on the things that you need to teach with VIPKID. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the box below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a big thumbs up if you liked it. And if I can produce any other kind of content that's going to help you on the VIPKID teacher journey, please let me know. I really appreciate your support, and I hope that you join me. Happy teaching!